Good morning, you lot. How you doing? It's a bloody brilliant Thursday morning at the moment, and I've had to stop in the shop to get. I got a bit of coffee and some screen wash, and get a bit of petrol. Look at those prices now. Holy fuck, they're going up, man. What's that all about? Jesus Christ. Oh well, never mind. You know what that box is there, don't you? That box there with the aerials and the little things poking out the top of it. That's a spy box. That's where everybody, the government and everyone's spying on us with them boxes right there. That's what that is, honestly. What's the matter with some people, eh? Of course it ain't a fucking spy box. It's just an electrical box. Could be a internet box, but it's something like that. It's a bloody spy box. You don't need a bloody... Get a life, didn't you, eh? Realise what's really going on. Tell you what's really going on. We're all fucking aliens. Let me tell you lot, it's a bit windy today. Don't know whether you can tell. I got me screen wash. I got the only one they had in the bloody garage was a car plan one. Usually I get like a big 25 litre can of it, like this one's bigger, and just keep putting it in there every day. But they didn't have any of that, so get some of this and stick it in, and away we go. Ooh, the old stick. Where's that go? Down there somewhere, down there? I think it does. Let's go. Oh, it goes in there. Look. Somewhere over there like that. There you go. Yeah, oh, this, by the way, this is bloody brilliant. This seems to be running really well at the moment. You know, typical Korean car, there's a few things with it, but it seems to be running really well after it had its new timing chain fitted. Haven't really got any problems with it. Touch wood, touch the wood. So there's little bits of noises here and there with it, but we'll leave it going. It's 8 years old. We're on 15,600 I think miles now, something like that. Bloody thing. Typical, isn't it, that? Always has a bloody thing on it when you can't really want it to. There we go. Lovely jubbly. In it goes. Most of it. Bloody windy, you know. I'll do this with one hand. I've got to do this. I'll explain why. I'll explain why I got to fill it up in a minute. Hold on. Wow. Yeah, that's windy, all right. Woohoo! Trees that come down in a minute, I think. Be careful about that. Crap. Woo! Ah, I've got a bit of tree in my eye. I was looking up at the trees and a bit went in my eye. Yeah, where was I? I've got to fill it up. The other day, Mrs. wanted to use this car. And I don't really use screen wash out. Anyway, but she does. She washes the windows every 10 seconds. And I forgot about that. And so I didn't fill it up or anything like that. And she texted me and she said, there's no screen washing. I was like, oh, fuck, I'm in trouble now. So I've got to fill it up. But also, the battery on it's alright, this car. There's nothing wrong with the battery. It's the original battery. The car's getting on for 8 years old because it's 2013. The battery's alright. It's a little bit slow some mornings, but you know, with experience, a weak battery is not a problem at all. You just have to make sure you just keep it going until it starts. It starts relatively quickly, you know. But she doesn't have experience, and so she obviously tried to start it, let go, tried to start it, let go, and then we've done that a few times. It made the battery go really slow and really weak. And I'm toying now. Probably should get a new battery for it, just so it's easier for her. But there's nothing wrong with the battery, you know, normally. I mean, I drive this car normally on a daily basis. So, I don't know whether to get a new battery or not for it, to tell you the truth. My way of going is, I'll wait until it's completely dead. I'll wait until it will leave me stranded somewhere, and then I'll get a new battery. I've got a jump started pack with me all the time, so, and I can always push it to bump start it anyway. But it's just on the off day that she might drive it. She won't know, and I don't know what to do with it really. But the battery's fine, honestly. It's absolutely fine, you know, on a normal daily basis. So another thing that it does, typical Korean car, I reckon. Anybody ever have, I can't think of any other old cars that used to do it, but I had an old Land Rover, Discovery 2. Discovery 1, sorry, not Discovery, Discovery 1 300 TDI, and I think the 200 did it as well. I think the 200 did it, but 300 was did it a lot. It was like a characteristic of that actual specific car. What happened is, let's say you had a half a tank of diesel, in this case petrol, right? If you had half a tank of diesel in that Discovery, and you fill it up, you get back in the car, you still have half a tank after you filled it up, right? Same with this. With this car, say you got half a tank of petrol, and then you fill it up, you get back in the car, and you've still got half a tank. It'd take about an hour for it to slowly rise up. I mean, I've just filled up with petrol, as you saw, and you see where my finger is there, that longer line, that's where the gauge was. About a quarter of a tank, that is. Well, it is a quarter of a tank. Sorry, 3/4 of a tank, sorry, not a quarter. That's a quarter down there. About 3/4 of a tank I had. And so I've got back in, and it's still there, and it's slowly it's just probably finished rising up now, and we're about 45 minutes afterwards now, about 45 minutes later. So yeah, it's another typical little thing that it does. It ain't a problem, it's not a bad thing. It's just every car has its characteristics, doesn't it? And it's one of the characteristics of this car. It takes a long time for the petrol gauge to go up again. And you think, I did put petrol in there, didn't I? Was it working? Whenever I fill up a car, I always brim it right to the top. You know when you're filling it up and it clicks, a lot of people just take it away. I don't. I let it click, and then I pull it out a bit and brim it so it's right at the very top. A lot of people say that's bad, you know, it's bad, it's got a vent, let it vent. Petrol, it can be a little bit bad in the summer because it has to expand. You've got to leave room for the fuel to expand in the tank and in the neck, the filler neck, as it goes down. So in petrol, you know, in the summer when it's hot, yeah, it might not be such a good idea, but these tanks have got vents on them anyway. But I've always done it and I've never had any trouble. I couldn't really give a fuck. Diesel, no, who gives a shit about that? That's not really a problem with diesel. Bring it right to the very top. You'll find that you can get quite a lot in there actually. For example, if you probably get about 100 miles, most cars. Remember my old van, yeah? My old van, if I just let it fill up, because when it clicks what happens is, it fills up, and then you've got to fill in it, you've got the tank here, and then you've got a neck that goes up to the filler, the little hole. When you're filling up with fuel, that the bubbles, all the bubbles that come in diesel, especially diesel, you've got bubbles and you've got a bit of fuel, they come up the neck quick, and then they touch the end of that nozzle, and it sucks a little bit in, which triggers it to come off, and then that stops. But then it all settles back down again, and all the filler neck and all that, and a little bit of the tank at the bottom is still empty with air. So by pulling it out a bit and then filling it up, you're filling up the whole neck and you're filling everything up. There's a good few litres in there, you'll be surprised. My old van would get just over 100 miles more if I filled up the neck. Yeah, I'd be able, if I just filled it up just till it clicked, I'd probably be able to drive for about a week going to work. I don't know, probably about 200 miles or so, and then it would start to move. Well, it would be on about a quarter of a tank or so, like that. And then probably start to move around about Tuesday, on the way home on a Tuesday. But if I filled it right up to the very top, where you could see the diesel just sitting there at the top there of the filler hole, brimmed it, proper brimmed it, it wouldn't start to move off the full mark until about Thursday on the way home. You know, and which was bloody brilliant. You will be surprised how much more fuel and how many more miles you get out of it from filling it right up to the very top. A lot of people, they wait until it clicks and then they drive a bit and they're like, fuck's sake, I've only just filled this right up and it's already moving. The gauge has already gone off the full mark. We'll fill it right up then. You ain't filled it right up, have you? What's the matter with you lot? Fuck's sake, man. Little horses, little ponies, they're having fun over there, and they walk around. They love it, they do. I wonder if they mind the wind and the weather and the rain and all that. They're always at it when it's frozen solid. It's like minus. Well, don't get that cold no more, does it? But when it's like -5 or whatever, they're just sitting out there happy as Larry, you know. Obviously they keep warm, don't they? Horses are fucking hot though, aren't they? You ever touched a horse? They're hot. Like cows. Cows are hot as well. Yeah, I don't know. They obviously like it, don't they? Another one over there, look. Hello. Brilliant, man. Love it. So I had a day off work yesterday because it was my wife's birthday, and fucking hell, I love to spoil her as much as I possibly can. Bought her a few nice bits of clothing and things like that. I don't think she likes the clothing I buy, to tell you the truth. She won't say anything. Well, she does. She does say it, actually. But I try my best to make sure I get things that I think she would like. And yeah, we had a nice. I said, "What do you want?" It ended up being KFC. So we went out. I went out, got down, bought her a KFC for her dinner, and we baked a cake, baked her a birthday cake and everything. And yeah, it was quite a nice day. I obviously had a day off work just to chill out. So today's a Thursday, and I'm back again, back at work. So it's good. It's nice when you break up the week like that, because you have 2 days at work, Monday and Tuesday, then you have Wednesday off, and then you've got Thursday and Friday back at work, but then you're back your weekend again. You've got another 2 days off. So it's quite nice when that happens, because it breaks it up, you know. There was talk a while back about it being that way, like the government making it so you have a Wednesday off of work. So you work Monday, Tuesday, you have Wednesday off, and then you work Thursday and Friday, because apparently they do that in other countries. If you live in a country where that happens, let me know, because apparently they do, and apparently it's more productive, because people have a break in the middle of the week, so they're more revitalised to work Thursday and Friday, and then have Saturday and Sunday off, obviously. I can see how that would work, but surely it would be a bit less productive, because you're missing out on a whole day's work. I mean, I know in my game, you miss out on a whole day's work. That's quite a lot of work you're missing out of, you know. It's quite a lot of muck shifting that you could have done in that day. And also, what about the people's wages? Surely they're not going to pay you for that Wednesday that you've had off. So you'd lose out on a whole day's wage. And I mean, if I lost out on a whole day's wage, that would be catastrophic. You know, I need that day's wage. Without that day's wage, my weekly wage would be well below, and I wouldn't be able to pay the bills. So I don't know how that would work if they did that. I can't understand. They'd either have to pay you more, so you earn more on the Monday, Tuesday, Thursday and Friday to make up for the Wednesday you had off, or pay you for the Wednesday, but it wouldn't make sense. So what do they do if you're in a country where that happens and you have a day off in the middle of the week? Do you get paid for it? How does it work? Because surely the people would just be worse off, and so would the companies, because like I say, they'd lose out a day productivity that you wouldn't make up on the other days, because you'd have double the workload to do on Thursday and Friday that you missed out on the Wednesday. Fuck, it wouldn't make sense. I don't understand. Yeah, now let me know, how does that work in your country if that's what they do? Because it's just crazy days, isn't it? Yeah, so like I said, it's because I had a bloody good day yesterday, so I'm on a real sort of happy streak today. Well, I'm always happy. People say to me, like, they say, this is genuine, right? Especially people at work everywhere. They always say, how do you always be so happy? How do you maintain an upbeat sort of aroma around you? And I just say, I'm fucking happy to be alive, right? I got a wife who's fucking amazing. All right, she doesn't like me very much, and she always says I'm fucking annoying and all that kind of stuff. But I can look over that, and I'm just fucking lucky, because there's a lot of people out there who ain't got nothing, man. They ain't got a roof, they ain't got nothing. You know, they might have abusive relations, they might have all kinds of weird things. There's always someone worse off than yourself, is my view, right? So that's why I'm always happy. You know, I've got a brilliant life. That's what it is. And they're like, oh, fucking hell, really? I'm like, yeah, you should try being happy as well, you know. And I'm like, what's your reason for not being happy then? And they say, I don't know. It makes them think, you know. I don't know. I say, well, you got everything all right? No troubles, nothing, no one dead or nothing like that? No. Well, there you go then. So fuck off and be happy. Do you know what I mean? Jesus Christ. Yeah, man, that's just the way it is. So because I had a bloody good day yesterday, I think she's happy. Everybody's happy. So today is a fucking good day. Come to work, do Thursday and Friday, and then have another 2 days off. Fucking brilliant. Love it. Oh, I was wrong, you look. It's not 15,600 odd miles on this. It's 15,277 miles that this car's on now. So, yeah, that ain't a lot really for an 8-year-old car. You know, 15,277 miles. That's not a lot, is it? It's fucking, you know, it's a nice, decent sort of mileage, I suppose. You know. Probably a lot of cars would be nearly 100,000 on odd or more in this amount of time. I'm getting on for 70,000, that's all. So, yeah, hopefully we've got a good one here. Change the wheels, put nice, better wheels on it, so we've got happier wheels. You know, these ones are a bit fucking shit, really. And this is a bit nice little car, proper nice little car. Tax is £0. Proper love it, man. Anyway, you lot, have a wonderful day. And I'll catch you next week or whenever. All the best. Look after yourselves. And yeah, ciao for now.